The wave corridor hummed with an ethereal energy. It pulsed, a beacon in the sterile laboratory. Dr. Eleanor Vance, a pioneer in quantum translocation, stood before it. Her heart throbbed, a drum against the silence. This was the culmination of years of research, of dreams that bordered on obsession. She adjusted the neural interface on her temple, a conduit between her mind and the corridor's complex algorithms. A deep breath steadied her nerves. This was a leap into the abyss of the unknown. The corridor itself was a marvel of contorted physics, a tear in the fabric of space-time. Its edges shimmered, defying the geometry of the lab. It promised a journey beyond the limits of human comprehension. To step through was to touch the face of the universe's deepest mysteries, to potentially unlock the secrets of reality itself. Her finger hovered over the activation switch. The moment of truth had arrived. Eleanor flipped the switch. A wave of tingling energy surged outwards, engulfing her. The air within the corridor throbbed, growing thick and hot. She stepped forward, each footfall an echo in a soundless vacuum. The world outside vanished, replaced by a blinding kaleidoscope of light and energy. It crackled across her skin, 1,000 whispers of a language yet unknown. Time lost all meaning as she was drawn deeper into the heart of the corridor. Fear yielded to awe. The universe was alive with forces unseen, a symphony of creation playing at a frequency her human senses could barely perceive. Then, as abruptly as it began, the chaos subsided. She stumbled, her senses reeling. This was no longer the sterile laboratory she knew. It was different. Gone were the familiar concrete walls and the hum of machinery. She looked back, but the corridor had vanished, leaving her stranded, alone, or so she thought. Eleanor stood on a platform that seemed to float in the void. Towering structures, defying gravity, rose around her. Their architecture was a symphony of impossible angles and luminous flowing lines. They pulsed with an inner light, casting the space in an otherworldly, ethereal glow. The air hummed with a soft melodic resonance, a language that vibrated in her bones. Above, instead of a familiar sky, stretched a canvas of swirling nebulae, bursting with colors unseen in any earthly palette. This was a place where the rules of her reality had been rewritten, a place where the impossible felt tantalizingly real. A wave of dizziness swept over her. The air, she realized, was thinner, charged with a subtle energy that made her skin tingle. This was a realm sculpted by forces beyond human comprehension, and she was a stranger in its midst. Then she saw them. Floating in the air, swirling gently like motes of cosmic dust, were luminous glyphs. They pulsed with a life of their own, shifting and reforming in patterns that hinted at a deeper meaning. This was the language of quantum consciousness, the architects of this impossible realm. They were aware of her presence. She could feel their scrutiny, a gentle probing of her mind. Eleanor reached out, her hand passing through the ethereal script. A rush of information, of pure raw data, flooded her senses. It spoke of a universe far grander and more mysterious than she could have ever imagined, a universe where consciousness transcended the limitations of physical form, a universe where the very fabric of reality was a canvas painted by the thoughts of beings beyond human ken. She had stepped into a realm of pure information, of unfiltered cosmic energy, and in that moment, she knew. This was no longer a journey of scientific discovery. This was a pilgrimage to the very heart of existence.